Yeah. But then the bad weather is only bad when you think it's bad.
That's so powerful. Let me repeat that. You said bad weather is only bad.
When you think it's bad.
That's awesome.
It's all in the mind.
That's like life too.
Yeah, that's my coach told me that.
That's powerful, sis.
Yeah.
Welcome to Working Title Female podcast. Today we have Mela joining us. She's a touring professional who's played in the LPGA circuit, currently on the Thai LPGA Tour, a 4-time medal winner in the Indonesian National Golf Championship, a former player for the Purdue Boilermaker, a 2019 Big Ten champion, and an academic All-Big Ten. So please welcome Mela.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mela. Thank you, Kak Ramya, for inviting me. So excited
Of
to be
course,
here.
it's nice to have a Big Ten champ from Indonesia on the podcast. So thank you for your time. So I would like to start with asking you about your childhood with golf. So I was wondering, what was life like before you picked up golf?
Actually, before golf, I picked up a sport for an extracurricular in school, in elementary school. I picked up badminton because you know how popular badminton is.
Absolutely.
But I enjoyed it, but I did not like excel in the sport, I guess I could say that. But I really enjoy badminton. And I've tried other sports like swimming, like all those normal stuff that parents gave you like to do when you're like very young, swimming and badminton. So yeah, school and after school, like with teachers, what do you call that? Extra hours.
Extracurricular?
Yeah, extra
Extracurricular
hours like
activities?
for studying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and swimming and badminton. So yeah, and
So
then
it sounds like your parents already introduced you to sports as well, all as an all-arounder.
yeah, I mean because my cousin was a swimmer like for Bali,
Oh, wow.
so that's why they introduced me to swimming because it's like the closest sport to the family, I guess. And my grandma was a tennis player, a volleyball player, badminton player. she did
Yay! The whole
everything.
9 yards, dude.
She's very passionate about sport. I guess that's where I get the genes.
You grew up around sports. There's actually a healthy community of women who already took up sports before you were even considering golf, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't aware that my grandma did a lot of sport, but I know she did sport, but it was apparently quite a lot and a demanding sport.
I know, right? So, how did you end up picking golf if none of your family played golf?
I mean, my dad played golf before. I mean, he still plays, but not a lot. So I was introduced by my dad because it's just a random day going to a driving range, and then I got stuck there, and then here I am now.
That's
one day.
funny. Just one day you decided to pick it up?
Yeah, one day, like, hey, do you want to go to the driving range? What is it? What's golf? Okay, fine, I'll try. Okay, then here I am.
It's funny. Why did you stick with golf then? Because you had other options for other sports.
I guess, I don't know, like, when I was young, my coach saw like something, like a potential in me, I guess. And maybe like a push from my family, like, if you want to pursue this, we will support you, something like that. And okay, I'll give it a try. And then, yeah, led me to like a lot of big stuff, thankfully.
Well, tell me about childhood playing golf in Bali. I mean, Bali, everybody, the whole world knows about Bali, but not a lot of people think, there's an athletic team coming from Bali in golf. So tell me a little bit about that.
So I guess what's the first thing that comes to my mind is junior childhood is my 9-hole home course, but now it's not there anymore.
Wait. Oh, is it the one that just closed like last year? What is
Yeah,
it called?
it is. It's called Bali Beach. That course like brings back a lot of memories. Like it's where you like improve. I mean, it's a 9-hole course. It's pretty narrow, and you need to like hit it on that spot. So you kind of train your mind to like, it's like Rawamangun, just a little bit
You remember
less
Ramangun?
trees. I remember that one
A little
hole
less
that you
trees.
can drive on. 11, is it? 12?
Yes,
one beside the
but
road?
then left open. Yeah, but that's like only like 10 yards worth of fairway.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than 15 yards of fairway, but it's not a big course. Like it's where you like practice your accuracy, and you can play like 9 holes and then go home. Like if you feel like you want to play, you only need like 1.5 hours, 2 hours to play, and then you're done. So it's really nice. And it's like the closest one to my house.
What's the characteristic of a Balinese course? I'm curious. Because now you've played also, obviously, in the US. What's it like?
Well, the grass is Bermuda, except for one course that is up north called
Because of the mountain?
Handara.
The one that I said was pretty?
Because it's yeah, because it's colder there. There are like it's different on every course. There's one like beside the ocean, big wind.
Is
It
that
can
Bali National?
get really
No,
big.
that's Kuta. Kuta, yeah.
Yeah, that's Kuta. Bali National is more in the city.
Okay. I
Yeah.
remember, I don't know if you played with Bernice, Mela's sister.
Of course. I played with her, but I don't have a thick memory. But I've played in tournaments with her. Like whenever she comes, we all feel like, oh, Kak Bernice is gonna win.
Ah!
Oh, Kak Bernice is gonna win this tournament.
She's on the list, so I'll tell her you said that.
You never and Kak Bernice always comes with your dad.
Yeah.
I call him si Tompul.
Yeah, my dad asked about you, by the way. He was like, say hi to
Oh, really?
Mela. Yeah, he
Hi,
remembers you. I was we were trying to chip, right? And I told him like the list of girls I'm gonna interview. She's like, oh, she's a great one. Like, let's say hi to Mela. I was like, yeah, dude, she hits it far. I was like, so I heard from Bernice. Okay. So it sounded like you actually had like a lot of experiences. You said up from the north, because I don't even think we have band grass here in Jakarta.
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe
No,
in
everything
Bandung.
is Bandung, rumput gajah,
Yeah. Bermuda all the way.
all the way. Did you know how to read the grains when you moved to the US?
Yeah, I learned
Random.
from my coach to read the grains.
Yeah,
It's
no.
really
It makes a huge
important,
difference,
apparently.
doesn't it? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? Especially when it's like the stimp meters on like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so it sounded like you had like a variety of courses you grew up with. There's no real like characteristic like you would like in the US, right? Florida courses has a certain distinction versus northern, etc., etc. Okay, so how did you end up going to the US from junior golf, or like tell me a little bit about like what's practicing in Bali, and then share a little bit about how you transitioned.
Yeah, so before going to the US, I played my home course was Bali Beach, and I go to other courses a lot. Like if you want to practice with the wind, you go to Kuta and then go to the range. And so I got into like junior tournaments in US. Like it was called Callaway, but it's now
Junior
IMG,
World.
I guess. Yeah.
Junior World, yeah, that's what I
Callaway
played too when I was younger.
and FCGs and
I don't know what FCG is. What's that?
Future Champion Golf something. Those kind of tournaments and in Las Vegas. And then one year I was playing okay, I guess. I made the cut on the Callaway Junior, and then I talked to some coaches and I ended up choosing Purdue between the universities. So I guess that's the short story.
Would you like to expand a little more, or would you prefer just keep it short?
I'll keep it short well, if I remember something, I'll say it.
Sure. Sounds great. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, most of the amateurs here, like, I would say from the few years that I've gathered now, the route would be you go from junior golf to amateur. You play pawn. For those listening, pawn is like a national championships where each state would bring their top 3 players. Is that right, Mela?
Top 3 for women's and top 4 for men's.
Top 3 women, top 4 men's, and they would kind of have like a state competition. I would say it's like a mini Olympics for Indonesia. And then you also have Asian Games, which is all of Asia.
China is included. The SEA Games, the Southeast Asian.
SEA Games is not the one.
Yeah.
We have Asian Games, which Mela just pointed out includes all of Asia.
Yeah.
And then you have SEA Games, which is Southeast Asia. So most of the career of the juniors here would be from junior golf to amateur, right? So because you're not allowed to play in these games as a pro, if I'm not mistaken. And then you would turn pro, where you would play into the local Thai LPGA or Korean Tour or China or Australian or LEC or LPGA, right? So why did you decide to go to the US instead of focusing on that route?
Because I'm the kind of person who thinks that there's always like a plan B, I guess. If this one doesn't work, then I'll go with this one. It's because Purdue is a really good school academically. I mean, it's the best choice that I had, like for school and golf, because I can do both in there. I mean, I also want to have a degree in school, and gratefully Purdue offered me the scholarship, and I
Always
just
have,
want to have
always
like
good to have.
both. Yeah, it's always good to have a degree, I guess.
I am all for education. In fact, that's the reason my parents said it wasn't even a question. Education is number one.
Mm.
What'd you call it, my dad? Om
Si
si tompo.
Tombo. Si Tombo.
He always encouraged all three of us to always do school first. So like if it's a choice between there's a big test tomorrow or practice, he always say test first. Where
I
did you
guess
get
it's
that
because
perspective?
like we're born and raised in Asia. I think it's an Asian thing. I mean,
Not
as far
really. I
as I
mean,
know.
in IMG there were a lot of people that were like that too because
Mhm.
while we were kind of we were kids, we're all thinking we're going to be the number one in the world, right? But I think education is also important.
It's
Should be
good to have
at least should
backup.
be considered as a backup. What's that?
Yeah. It's good to have backup.
Yeah. So that was always it was I think that's just like depending on the family, depending on the kid, you know.
Yeah.
So
I never really think that I wouldn't go to school. I never see myself like not having a degree, if that's the correct sentence to put it. I always want to pursue something after high school.
what was the route like when you decided to go to college? So walk me through like okay, so your senior year in high school. What's the Indonesian term for that? I forgot. After grade 12, you left immediately. So like you graduated in here July, right? Atau June.
Yeah, July.
And then you flew to
Yeah.
What was the transition like? Tell me a little bit about that because now you're a NCAA.
I mean, my high school was not international school, so I didn't grow up like learning English. I mean,
Oh no way.
yeah, I like languages. I like learning languages, but I didn't grow up with English every day, like in everyday daily life. I don't talk in English. And yeah, the SAT, the TOEFL was hard for me because of
yeah.
that. And during the TOEFL test, my first TOEFL test, which I think I prepared and did pretty well, there's a technical error and there's no score for me. So they wanted me to do it again.
Yeah.
And on that
You had
week,
to do it twice?
yeah, on that week, the previous week that I had to take it again, I had a dengue fever. So I was
Oh my
hospitalized for a week
goodness.
and then just go there like okay, I'll do
So you
this.
take it 3 times?
I took it, I think it's two times. It's just that I didn't prepare for the second one because I was in the hospital.
Yeah. Dang,
What a
girl.
coincidence.
What a coincidence. I needed to take a TOEFL and I'm in the hospital, guys.
Yeah.
Did you have to take SAT and the TOEFL?
Mm. Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
I think I took mine twice too.
Yeah, twice for like comparisons.
Yeah.
Did I
Take the higher mark. Indonesian, speaking background to suddenly Purdue. How was that?
Well, obviously, I was scared because I'm not an extrovert. Like meeting people is not the easiest thing to do. Like meeting new people is not the easiest thing to do, but I get through it somehow. So yeah. So I went to Purdue. Thankfully, my teammates were nice because they guide me through everything, like on the first week, like first month of school, and how university goes, how golf goes, and how the other like workouts and tutoring, mentoring. Yeah, they introduced me to that, and it was hard at first because I didn't understand syllabus. I didn't grow up with a syllabus. I don't know what a syllabus is, and apparently it's your schedule.
Yeah,
So
it is everything you needed to know for the whole
yeah,
semester.
I didn't know that I was having my first exam of the semester because I didn't know what syllabus is.
It's funny. Oh my God, Mela.
Yeah. So I mean, in SMI, you're just okay. This is your schedule. You follow this. Like it's more like in college, it's more like you have to want to know more. Like they give you
Yeah.
this, and then if you don't look at it, they don't care. It's your job.
It is.
Yeah.
College is very much what you make out of it. You don't listen, you don't follow, you don't read it, your fault. No one's you learn to become an adult, right, in your college. So, okay, what other things did you find was new coming from Bali?
I guess the weather, of course. Never seen
Well,
snow
you
in
had to
my
drop
life,
that
and
one
then
quick, huh,
now I'm
sis?
in Indiana.
You had to drop that bomb quick, huh? All right, so let's get to it. You said weather. What about the weather? Let's dig into it.
I mean, it was crazy. I never thought like the weather could be that cold, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, it makes total sense. I came from
Because
Florida.
the first month, my teammates like, hey, you need to buy like sweaters and parka and everything. And then I went to the mall and then brought back and then show them what I got. Hey, you're gonna need more. You're gonna need more layers than that. That's not gonna work. I was like, really? I can just layer up. You cannot. It's okay. I'll buy again tomorrow. It was
And
because
then
I
what
had no
happens
idea.
tomorrow? It's like 20 degrees the next day.
Yeah, I layered up. It was like 3 layers of. It was not nice. It's nice if you have like one layer and then like one big parka. What I did was 3 layers and then that thing that I bought.
Oh my God, Mela. No,
Yeah.
you know what? The concept of layering was foreign to me because I didn't know there's a strategy, right? Like you have to be in the golf course when it goes from like 40
Yeah.
degree, no, 30 degrees to like suddenly like 60. You have to be able to zip off, right? Otherwise, you're committed to this like turtleneck after turtleneck, and then you have to go to the bathroom, take it off, and then it's cold again, so you regret taking it off. You know what I found really funny was the concept of hand warmers. You know the thing that you shake and it gets hot? You put it in the mittens to keep your hand so you can feel when you do a short game.
I never really liked the hand warmers. I don't know. It's not I never really like it. I just never really like have it on me.
You mean you forget or you don't like it?
No, it's not like I was not introduced to that. It's like
Oh, no way.
that's not a necessity, I guess.
Damn, girl. I couldn't feel my hands in those winter months, so kudos to you for being able to do short game.
we had indoor practice. I never had the hand warmers in the mitten. Maybe like once or twice.
I put that thing in all the time. Like the thing is, like that stuff you didn't think about it if you didn't grow up around it, right? You're in Bali, I'm in Florida. Of course, we have cold weather, but cold weather pun the lowest is like 50s, not 20 or 10
Yeah.
or sub-zero.
Aduh.
Nangis, sis. What's the worst weather you've played in? Tell me about that.
I think it was in Indiana. We were playing like 36, I guess. And then during the second round, it was a degree away. It was raining and it was a degree away from snowing, I guess. I don't know if I'm exaggerating this because that's how I felt, but it was super cold. Like very cold. And raining. You're wet. Cold.
Those Gore-Tex rain suits really came in handy, and the hat.
So I was already introduced to Uniqlo's Heat Tech.
Yeah.
That saved my life.
Oh, it
It's
saved
amazing.
mine too. I love, till this day, I keep my old Heat Tech just to remind me of how much the keepsake.
Okay, a question to you.
What's up?
What's the number of layers you've played the most of clothes?
Oh, 5.
5. And you can swing.
I can't finish my swing.
You can somewhat swing.
And
Oh
think
my
about it,
God.
right? Like when you ini, you do the
Mm.
5 here, 5 here.
Yeah,
What about you?
that's tough. So I had the first layer is Heat Tech, and then a shirt, a pullover.
T-shirt,
Yeah, like
not
the
like
polo, the
Okay.
polo shirt, and
Uh-huh.
then the pullover. Maybe vest, maybe not, but
Okay.
rain jacket helps because
Yeah.
it's kind of blocking the wind. Yeah,
Look,
and a hat.
I had the worst part. I think the worst I've ever used was Heat Tech, 2 Under Armours or whatever. I think
Wow.
the base layer Adidas, the uniform, and then my rain
Yeah.
suit.
Yeah, the rain suit helps.
I'll tell you what, it was Big Ten. I remember that. It was Big Ten Championship. We were playing at Northwestern.
Oh
it was
my.
cold.
Is it the Windy City?
Yeah, it's Chicago, dude.
What's the course name? Do you remember?
God, it was Northwestern's course, one of their courses. It was beautiful, really, really pretty, but it was cold. Oh my God, I played pretty well, but like still, like no, I don't miss it. So like we're fair weather
Only
golfers
good
now.
weather.
Good weather only. We've paid our dues.
Adu.
Yeah, I do.
Adu for the cold,
Oh.
man.
No, what are some lessons you learned from playing through those kind of weather?
I mean, it was really hard. Like my coach always tells me that you need to learn to be in adversity. You need to learn to be like still perform in bad situations and that kind of weather. And maybe like you don't feel like you only want to be in your blanket, but you need to play on the course. Yeah. But then the bad weather It's only bad when you think it's bad.
That's so powerful. You said, let me repeat that. You said bad weather is only bad.
When you think it's bad,
That's awesome.
it's all in the mind.
That's like life too.
Yeah, that's my coach told me that.
That's powerful, sis.
Yeah.
Talking about the lessons learned, that's something you learned on the golf course. What about off the golf course?
Off the golf course, more like in college, it's all about time management. It's all about you doing you. It's like nobody's telling you to finish in 3 years, 4 years, etc. It's like if you want to do 4 years, then you need to do the 4 year job. And if you want to do it in 3 years, then you need to do this much. And you need to achieve that with good time management. And
Don't I know
it
that?
applies. It applies.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? How was your relationship with your teammates and your coach? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, my teammate, we had a really like, what do you call it? We had a lot of teammates from different countries. We had one from Spain, we had one from Peru, Indonesia.
Well, talking about athletes, did you learn something about yourself as a female athlete transitioning athlete in Bali to Purdue?
As a female athlete, I mean, because I was in a athletic environment, I feel like there's another person that's doing the same thing like me, and there's another person who is passionate about sport. Like a lot more person is passionate about sport, especially females athletes. And seeing that environment, you can feel like the energy. It empowers you. So that's something that I guess I can say you can only get in that kind of environment, such as an athletic student athlete environment in the US, because everyone is working hard, and if you don't work hard, it's like you feel like out of place.
So it sounded like you had a great experience in the US.
Mm.
Now let's talk about the transition from US to Indonesia again and your transition from amateur player to professional. Tell me a little bit about that.
So after I finished college, it was 2019. I was gonna turn pro the next year, but then COVID hits, and then I postponed until 2022. I turned pro there because I just want to know like how far I can do this golf thing. Like I want to see where I end up in this sport. Like how far. And then yeah, I turned pro. I played some quite big tournament in Indonesia. If you know, there's one called Simone in
Yeah,
Pondok
last
Indah.
year, right?
Yeah, it was the second year last year, and then I had the chance to play in Maybank LPGA last year.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you're the first player from Indonesia to play in an LPGA event, correct?
I guess.
We are so proud to have finally an Indonesian represented in an LPGA event. So hopefully many more to come. So how was
Yeah.
that? Like tell me a little bit about that experience now that you're back in this side of the world. Was it culture shock or like tell me a little bit.
Yeah, of course, it was a culture shock playing in an LPGA event. Like everyone was there to work because it was their work, it was their job there, and everyone's working and very very focused. Everyone has their own team, the caddies, the managers, the physios, and I feel like so this is how the world that I was seeing behind the TVs look like. And it was very, I guess I could say like it hits you that those athletes work harder than you and they're that good and they work harder than you. It's crazy how to sink that in, like to like to register that in your brain. How can I not work as hard as them even when I'm not on their level yet? So yeah, it was great, like really great like experience. Like the venue was great, the host was great, and they are very nice. Like the players are very nice. They actually like what is it in English, like tech talk conversation is very nice. They
They're
go
very
through with it.
conversational, like good at
Yeah, yeah.
conversation.
So I was surprised that they're actually interested in this kind of topic. I was like, okay. Yeah.
What topics were you surprised they were interested in?
The fact that I'm from Bali, the fact that I was asking them about like how to get through this, like how did you get started with LPGA, like how do you get the sponsorships and everything. Yeah. And they encourage you to like, because they know that I'm not in LPGA Tour. I'm still in Thai LPGA, like yeah, soon. I know soon you'll be here. I'll see you here. They say those
They
kind of
sound
things.
encouraging.
Yeah, very encouraging.
I think if I'm not mistaken, you had one of your friends caddy for you, right, Tia?
Yeah, I had Tia caddying for me. It was a tough course to caddy. It was like
Where did
it
you
was
play?
100
KLCC?
degrees. KLGCC.
How many degrees
Like
was it?
30, 100 in Fahrenheit. I think it was like 35. So one day, the staff, I guess, came with 2 hour like pairing to like say, hey guys, like for the caddies, hey guys, you can throw your bib, your caddy bib with me because it's over 100 degrees.
Oh my goodness!
They don't really need the caddy bib.
Congratulations on that exemptions, the opportunity. I certainly was really proud. Are you playing again this year? Is
I'm
the
gonna
event
play the qualifier this year.
okay? When is that?
It's on the end of this month.
Oh, nice! Good
Yeah.
luck with that. I'm so happy that you guys are in the conversation now. It's a definitely progress from our years. We didn't even have that opportunity in this side of the world. I don't even think Southeast Asia was really much on the map for golf at the time.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see also more LPGA events on this side of the world. So, okay, well, I mean, we talked about performance. I have to ask you, how is food? Like, tell me a little bit about your favorite food on the course, off the course. Yeah, how do you keep your nutrition up?
So yeah, I mean in college I learned a lot. Like in the US they have more like easy package food, like they actually have like protein bar, like not like a bigger like scale of protein bar and stuff like that in the US. So it's like easier like to get snacks on the course and food items on the course. And then we had a nutritionist like telling us, hey, snacking is really important in the course because you need to keep your energy level. And thankfully, I can accept the food in the US. It's
Oh
not,
yeah, because you didn't grow up with it, right? So what was your like
Mm-mm.
go-to food then, and what is your go-to food here?
you know what's funny? I like
What?
sausage and gravy.
Dude, I love a good sausage and gravy. But how do you eat that
Yes,
in the course?
that's just a fact. On the course,
Oh,
other than bananas, like protein bar, something like that, nuts, cashews, almonds. Normally they have like a trail mix of the sweet and salty stuff. I mean, it's easy to get like snacks on the course in the US.
very easy. What about
Yeah.
here?
Here, other than fruits, I don't know, like I haven't found the best bar. And I mean, they have a good bar but not tasty. And the tasty one has a lot of sugar. I guess the best option is fruits and nuts and bread and egg.
You know
Some kind of
what I
bread.
found? What I
What?
found is kind of challenging for protein bar here?
Yeah,
They melt.
that's right.
You do not want to bring protein bars because they just end up like guck.
That's right. Yeah, I never really thought about that.
Yeah,
I never
because
had
like
I never had a melted like I don't know like cliff before.
Okay, random. What's the most disgusting thing that you ever left in your bag, food-wise?
Used to not like applesauce,
You left applesauce in your bag?
like a certain brand. I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, that's funny. I have heard
I don't.
people
I don't
bringing
like
apples.
raisins.
You don't like raisins? Okay, that's interesting. I have a teammate that used to pick out raisins from the trail mix.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We had peanut butter and jelly duties. The freshmen did when I was in school.
Mm.
So they would make the freshmen because like beda-beda dipilih. Whoever's starting
Yeah.
and is freshman is on peanut butter jelly duty.
I see.
So you would have to make peanut butter jelly for the team. I still eat PB&J here. You don't eat PB&J here? That's like the best snack.
It is, but it's a little bit different. Like the US made like very thick inside, like the very thick like layer of peanut butter and then jelly, and the bread is like just there to hold it up.
One thing my teammate introduced me was beef jerky.
I love beef jerky, the teriyaki one.
That lit you up.
Something called something Links.
Jack
The
Links.
brand. Yeah, Jack Links. The red.
Which one did you like? The original or there's a few.
I like teriyaki.
I like teriyaki too.
You know, like they always sell the beef jerky like in the airport like stores. But you
Yeah.
know how when you open up your beef jerky, it smells?
Yes.
So we had this thing like, okay, if you want to buy beef jerky and eat it on the plane, you have to open it before you get on the plane, like on boarding. So the smell would go out and then we just eat.
But that's such a good idea.
Because you know
I
how it
didn't think
smells.
about that.
It smells funny. like when you open up beef jerky. Enggak, I never had freshman duties. Well, maybe
Yeah.
I don't know, not really, because I
No,
didn't I didn't use a push cart, so no
I
push
didn't use
cart
push
for me.
card either. Are
Oh,
you
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 carry?
carry?
Yeah,
Yeah, I carry
but now
everything.
I
I don't like push
cannot.
card.
I use push cart now. Need to save it. Investment.
Yeah, seriously, save the investment. Well, food in Indonesia is very different, right? Golf here, kalau if you're here, we get aram-aram, pisang
Mm.
goreng,
And
uh, tahu isi, stuffed tofu, right?
mm.
We have it here.
Like that's more like Jakarta's thing, I guess.
Oh, what's Bali? I thought it's the same.
I mean, we don't have aram-aram, but I don't know. We just bring our own food. I mean, pisang goreng is obviously there in the list. Pisang goreng, tahu goreng, not aram-aram though.
Oh yeah. So you don't have like a specific snack that's always readily available in Bali, maybe?
No, just like the casual casual pisang goreng. Oh yeah. Thailand has good like snacks.
What do they have?
I started to eat nori, seaweed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they have it here in Family Mart, like those like
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
Indomart too. Oh,
I mean,
those are great.
I never thought to have that on the course.
So
Nori,
we
terus
talked
apa
about.
lagi?
So let's transition. We're gonna talk about food all night long, sis. So let's
Okay.
transition out of
Okay.
food. Okay. So you said that's food. You talked about community. Do you have like other things that keeps you balanced in golf? Because I don't know. Do you have hobbies or things you really enjoy?
I mean, I'm a big music listener since very young. I learned instruments, but I did not have the talent, so I just listened. I tried.
What did
I
you
just
play?
listened. Violin.
Me too.
Yeah, I still remember like the notes, but I cannot like.
Because
But I
it's
I
like,
love seeing like performance.
oh yeah.
Yeah, like music performance.
What do you like to watch?
Anything on YouTube. Like I had my like. There's a time frame for me to listen to like this kind of music, and then there's a time frame for me like to listen to this kind of music. So it's different every time. But right now, I'm very into K-pop.
K-pop. Okay, tell me a little
Yeah.
bit about your love for K-pop.
So I started getting really into it during COVID because there's a group named Treasure.
Okay. Oh, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Aduh, udah
Aduh.
mulai.
So yeah, and I started to buy their albums, their printilan, like this kind.
Yes.
A pouch.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, there's many more. But
What makes why do you like them? Why do you gravitate towards them? This is a whole genre that a lot of my friends actually really like
yeah,
too.
I guess it's because K-pop is an industry in Korea. They do it very serious. Like they do like their music very serious, like their promotion. They don't just do it like half-heartedly. Like if they release an album, it's gonna be like fancy. And if they release like a collaboration, it's gonna be like promoted very like widely or something like that. I guess that's why like they got me as their target market. I like the cute stuff, and then yeah, I like collecting albums now. The only thing
That's
I collect.
awesome. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have a bunch of Korean artists coming in Jakarta quite often these days. So, do you follow that?
Yeah, I mean I follow that, but I only watch my favorites because it's not
As we are.
cheap to watch their
Oh,
concert.
yes. I heard it was so expensive to buy any of their products. I have a friend who resells stuff too. Like she would buy it and then flip it online.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
So selected.
That's
Very
crazy.
like this one. Nggak bisa semuanya.
This fits the budget. Okay, well, I kind of want to talk a little bit about maybe why you choose to stay in golf. Like, I know it's not an easy sport, especially in this side of the world. Why do you choose to stay in it?
Well, I guess one reason is because you can play golf for a very long time, and then you can like meet new people and then make network through one person and another person. I guess I'm still learning on that because networking is not easy. Like to know people is easy, but then to be engaged in the like conversation or something, it needs a skill. Yeah, I guess that's
one
the
of the
takeaway.
things, the thing that helped me,
Yeah.
I don't see it as networking. I see it as making new friends. Because
Yeah.
if you're friends, you're not
I
trying to
guess-
sell something. It's a little easier that way, at least for me.
I guess that's a new perspective. Can be used sometimes in the future.
Yeah, because I had a hard time when I started the business. It was like networking seems so serious, but if you kind of make it into like mutual friendship.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
So maybe that's just a
Yeah.
little sharing. You saying that it's a sport that has longevity. That sounds about
Mm.
right, right?
Mhm.
What would you tell parents of little girls interested in sports, especially in golf?
I guess let them try a lot of sports. Like let them know how their body's mobility work. Let them develop their mobility and let them have fun. I guess that's the most important thing for children because they know how to have fun. Children know how to have fun. And yeah, I guess getting into a lot of sports and then once there's a time for choosing a sport, let them choose and let them talk to you about it and support them in however you can.
I've seen both sides of the spectrum. Parents who are more ambitious than the kids usually often lead to unhappy. So
Yeah.
I think that's really important to keep that perspective, especially someone as, high performing as you. It seemed like your parents just didn't force it. You naturally wanted to do better and you accomplished some pretty awesome things.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think in a lot of ways you've hit all my questions without me asking them. So
Oh.
that's awesome.
That's amazing.
So I'm going to ask you 5 last questions. You can answer it in one word or one sentence.
Okay.
So the first one is, what is the best advice you've ever received?
Stop comparing yourself to others.
What is the
Your-
worst advice you've ever received?
The worst advice, like when people tell me to keep working hard but don't know the direction of working hard. Blindly working hard. Yeah.
Very wise. What is a lesson you learned the hard way?
Time management. Nailed that.
Hashtag college. What is a message you want to leave behind?
Well, I guess we're in talk of women in sports, so just have fun doing your sport because sport is just a game. Yeah.
So I'm not so sure if your answer is the same, but for this one, the last one is, what is your hope for female athletes both in Indonesia and globally?
I wish there will be more people. I mean, we had this group called Monica, and maybe through that we can find new female players just to have fun or want to pursue in competitive aspect of the game or just want to be introduced to the sport of golf and just have a bigger community. So I think that's gonna be great if that happens in 5 years in time. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Mela, thank you so much for answering all my questions. It's been so much fun interviewing you. So thank you, Mela. It's been amazing.
Thank you,
Guys,
Ka.
thank you for watching. I'm gonna link all of Mela's details because this will also be on YouTube. Maybe for those supporting Mela, thank you for supporting one of the best athletes in golf in Indonesia. We hope to see her in LPGA and beyond. So thank you, Mela.
Thank you.